Okay, all right. So,
Yes.
present perfect continuous tense is used to express an action that started at a certain point of time in the past. It is still going on, or it may continue in the future time. Okay,
Okay.
in that situation, we can use present perfect continuous tense. Okay, I have written two
Okay.
sentences here. Number one is I have been teaching since morning, and second one is I have been teaching for 3 years. So, what is the difference between since morning and for 3 years? So when I'm saying since morning, that means I'm talking about specific time. Do you remember the day I was teaching you preposition part? Since, for,
Yes.
I discussed, right? And for means we are talking about period of time. Okay, all
Mm.
right, clear? If somebody asks me, how long have you been teaching? For example, how long have you been teaching? So I can say, I have been teaching for 3 years. I have been teaching for 3 years. That means আমি
Yes.
3 বছর ধরে পড়াচ্ছি in Bengali. Okay? And when I'm saying that I have been teaching since morning, that means আমি সকাল থেকে পড়াচ্ছি. So when I'm telling that আমি সকাল থেকে পড়াচ্ছি, that means my action has not finished yet, right?
You're right.
It is still going
Yes.
on.
It's
Okay,
continuing. Right. Okay.
continuing, and even I don't know how long it will be continuing.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yes.
then you can use present perfect continuous tense. Clear? Okay,
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
now what are the clue words of present perfect continuous tense? You can write down some clue words. Just like other tenses, present perfect continuous tense also has some clue words that will be helpful for you recognize the tense. Okay, like all morning, then all day, all evening, all afternoon, since, for, then like etc. Okay, like all morning.
For the last 5 years. Okay.
Yeah. So for the last 5 years means I have just written one phrase here. These type of all
Okay.
phrases are always followed by present perfect continuous. It can be for the last 3 years. It can be for the last 5 minutes. It can be for the last 2 hours, like that. Okay. So these type of
Okay.
all clue words are followed by present perfect continuous tense. Okay. If I say I have been playing all morning, I have been playing all morning. That means সারা সকাল ধরে আমি খেলছি. That's the
Hmm.
proper Bengali meaning. Okay.
Yes.
I have been studying all evening. I have been studying all evening. That means আমি সারা সন্ধ্যা ধরে খেলছি, পড়াশোনা করছি. Okay.
Yes.
And if you want to use like since for, then you can say I have been learning English for 4 months. You can say I have been doing English classes for 4 months. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Clear? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, what is the structure of present perfect continuous tense? Affirmative sentence, subject plus auxiliary verb have or has plus been plus verb with ing plus object or rest of the part of the sentence. Okay, subject plus auxiliary verb according to the subject. Auxiliary verb will be followed by according to the subject. I taught you in the present perfect tense, right? Have has. If the
Yes.
subject is I, we, they, and plural, always have. And if the subject is third person singular number, then always we have to use has. Okay.
Okay.
For example, I have been studying all evening. So here I is first person singular number, okay? First person. Let me write down one more sentence. This is number one. Number two, you have been playing, for example, you have been playing since morning. So you is second person, right? You second person.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Let me write down one more example. Number three, for example, she then has been. Okay, she has been studying since evening. Like that. Okay, so here she is third person singular number, right?
Yes.
All right, so keep it in mind. Okay, if the subject is I, you, they, and we, and any plural, still I'm writing here, that would be helpful for you. I, we, they, you, and plural. Plural means it can be any plural, any kind of plural. Okay, always have. But if the subject is third person singular number like he, she,
So, ma'am, I and you, why this is you? You may be plural, but I
no, you
is
second
singular.
person. No, you not plural. It's you second person. I is first person. First person is always followed by have.
Okay, okay,
Only just only for third person singular number always we have to use has. Okay, first person, second person have. Okay,
okay.
and singular. That's why I have mentioned third person singular number, not just singular number. Okay, that's why the word we
Hmm.
always say third person singular number. Right, that's why. Got it?
Third person
So
singular
I'm
number.
writing here third person singular number. Then always we have to use has. Okay? All right, clear?
Yes.
Any question, any confusion? Are you
No.
sure?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, sorry about that. Now, what is the structure of negative form of present perfect continuous tense? First, First of all, keep it mind. Actually, in English, people usually don't use negative or interrogative form of present perfect continuous tense. But for learning, I'm giving you the structure. Maybe sometimes people are asking you, "Have you been studying since morning?" So you can say, "No, I have not been studying since morning." So that time you can use negative. But usually people don't use. Okay, yeah. So
Okay.
keep in mind the structure. Subject plus auxiliary verb have or has plus not plus been plus verb with ing plus object or rest of the part of the sentence. For example, I have not been studying since morning. Okay, all right.
Yes.
Now interrogative sentence. Structure of interrogative sentence. I always say that for interrogative sentence, it doesn't matter what is the tense, but auxiliary verb always will come first. Okay. So, first auxiliary verb have or has plus subject plus been plus verb with ing plus object or rest of the part of the sentence. For example, have you been studying since morning?
Maybe he is coming. 1 second, ma'am.
Yeah, sure.